Good morning. My name is Richard Butterfield. I'm the Service Development Director of the Consulting Rail and Strategic Highways Division of Amey. And I'm here to introduce our deployment of Primavera P6 at an enterprise level and explain why we needed to do it. And then later on I'll be handing over to Dave and Brian, who are going to explain how we've done it and what we've done. So just to give you the background a little bit about Amey. Amey is the UK services arm of Ferrovial, Spanish-owned infrastructure investor and operator. Probably best known for probably one of our biggest assets which we own and operate, which is Heathrow Airport. Now in the UK as Amey we employ 21,000 people. We have sales of about 2.5 billion. And we pride ourselves on really operating in virtually every neighbourhood in the UK. Now the services we provide across the infrastructure sectors of transportation, environmental infrastructure and social infrastructure are really the services that you would all see on a day-to-day basis. So we maintain roads, schools, hospitals, railways, and we also do a few slightly more unconventional things. So for example, we're responsible for escorting 80% of the UK's prisoners between the prison, the courtroom and the police station network. So maybe a little known fact about Amey. So one of the things that makes Amey unique is that we pride ourselves on our asset management offering. And what we mean by that is we operate throughout the asset management life cycle. So we work with asset owners, helping them define their strategy. And we then provide asset management services to those operators. So we collect a lot of data and make smart decisions with those operators to understand the best way to make the asset work for them. We then design solutions, so we have a big workforce of engineering designers that come up with good solutions. And we then provide maintenance services, and finally we also operate a number of those assets, as I say, whether those be roads, schools, hospitals or railways. So that's really a bit about Amey and our asset management offering. Now, as I said, I represent the Consulting Rail and Strategic Highways division of Amey, which is one of 4 divisions. And as a division, we pretty much do what it says on the tin. We have 3 principal operating sectors. So we have a consulting business, which provides those asset management services and advice, and also does an awful lot of engineering design. We then have a rail operations business, which provides physical services on the ground. So we're currently electrifying big proportions of the UK rail network. We also replace and renew an awful lot of track on the railway network. We put in new infrastructure like points and level crossings. And we also operate half of the London Underground network through a management service contract. And we're just about to start running the Docklands Light Railway at the end of the year, so we just won that concession. So that's the railways operations side of things. We also have a strategic highways business which maintains and manages a significant proportion of the UK motorway and trunk road network. Okay, so where does Primavera P6 fit into all this? Well, what's important is that we get our businesses to work together, particularly our consulting business and our delivery businesses. This is especially important in the design and build scenario, which is where we're uniquely positioned as we have our own in-house consultancy. So through Primavera we were able to have one project plan for every project that both the consultants and the delivery teams work on together. So rather than the consultants doing their design program and the delivery people doing their delivery program and then having to join them together, we're able to collaborate at a project level on individual project plans. So everyone has an up-to-the-date view of what's going on. So that's fantastic at a project level. However, each of our businesses within the division, Consulting Rail and Strategic Highways, are also tasked with delivering overall business results. So the directors of each of those businesses need to be able to see what's happening in their own portfolio and make sure that they're balancing their resources well, making good use of the company's investments and delivering across the whole portfolio. So with Primavera Enterprise, we're able to do that. And then finally, as a divisional exec, we need to make sure that we're delivering our division's commitments to Amey which at the end of the day we have to deliver about a quarter of Amey's revenue and profit every year. So we need to be able to take a whole program level view across our whole business and make sure we're making the best use of our resources, particularly our scarce resources, some of which we have in limited numbers. They don't exist in massive numbers, so we need to be able to look across the whole program and make sure we're making the optimum use of those resources. So that's what we need to do. We've chosen Primavera P6 Enterprise to help us deliver that view of the world. So I think the best thing I can do now is hand over to Brian and Dave to explain more in detail about exactly what we've done and show you what it looks like. Hand over to Brian and Dave.